the players to, play with better effort, better toughness, finish plays better, be more responsible to be able to do their job. Obviously, some older, more experienced guys know how to do that, but we have a lot more guys that need to learn how to do it on a more consistent basis. But I did see improvement, in all those areas. So, we had a lot of guys out today. So sometimes when you evaluate what happened, Evan Neal went out of the scrimmage. Emil is already out. Cohen, the other guard, has a burn spur that, he'll probably be able to go again on Tuesday, but he couldn't go today. So we got 3 guys that aren't playing. So it really is kind of hard to eval, some of the offensive line, but we did run the ball more effectively today. And I think we made some explosive plays, but we also had too many negative plays offensively. I think Bryce played well again. I think Jalen Milroe played, showed a lot of improvement from a week ago. So, we're just going to have to figure out what we can do with this team. Some of the receivers did a little better job this week. So we just keep on, working with these guys and seeing if we can get more guys to play winning football. I think the first defense was pretty good. The second defense made a lot of mental errors and, gave up plays. I don't think the tackling was as good this week as it was a week ago. So we got a lot to work on. And how do we really manage this next week? We got 2 practices in the spring game. We really got to use both practices as an opportunity to continue to improve and, get more ready for the season.
Okay, with that, we will start things off with Michael Casagrande. Michael, go ahead.
Yeah, just what have you seen from Bryce this spring in terms of taking command of the offense, taking command of the team, and mastering the playbook?
Yeah, he's done great. He knows the playbook really, really well. I told him one of the things that he has to work on is, having presence on the field, being the man, so to speak, taking charge, being in command. And I think that he's done better and better at that. I think he realizes what he needs to do to try to help the players around him to play better. And I think he's done it very well.
Go to Charlie Potter next.
Hey, Coach. I know we've asked you a lot about Brian Robinson so far this spring, but what did you see from the running backs as a whole today, and what do you think of their progress so far this spring?
Well, Roydell had the most yards, but I don't know what that means because it depends on who you're running against sometimes and who the offensive line is and the opportunities that you get. But Brian Robinson has had a really good spring. He's done a great job. Showing really good leadership in terms of his practice habits and the things that he's done. So we're very pleased with the way he's done. And I'm really pleased with, all the other running backs. I don't think that's an issue on our team right now. If those guys can stay healthy, I think that's a strength for us.
Okay, we'll go to Tony Sakalas next.
Hey, Nick, what have you seen from Cam Latu and how has he kind of progressed at the tight end position?
Had a really good spring so far, shown a lot of maturity, made a lot of plays. Very athletic guy. He's a good C area blocker. He's got a much better command of the offense. I think he's much more confident. And he's really a good receiver. He's got good hands. So we're really pleased with the progress that he's made.
We'll go to Mike Rodak.
What have you seen from LeBrian Ray so far this spring, health-wise with him and just overall the defensive line and the experience that they have? What has that brought to the team this spring?
Yeah, he's done a great job. He practices every day. He scrimmaged in both scrimmages. And, we kind of monitor his situation and we let him have input in how he feels relative to if he's getting sore or he thinks he has an issue or problem with his elbow. And, we'll kind of cut back his reps, but he's not had an issue and he's not really asked for any quarter in terms of anything we've asked him to do. So he's done a really good job.
We'll go to Stephen.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys were able to run the ball a bit more today. Just what are some of the things that you want to see from more of the young guys on the offensive line as they continue to grow?
Well, I think, first of all, they've got to get confident in doing the things that they need to do. And it's always important to be able to play together in the offensive line. And I think we're mixing and matching with guys in and out, which makes it more difficult to do. And I think we want the young guys to sort of settle into one spot. I think that would be helpful. which we did this week. And I think that, helped JC, and I think it's helped Tommy on his side. So, those guys, there's a lot going on out there. We're doing a lot of stuff on defense, especially when the twos play against the ones. So they're probably seeing as much as they're ever going to see, but that's good experience for them. And I think they'll improve, and we've got a lot of confidence that they can improve.
Okay, we got a follow-up here with Charlie Potter. Charlie, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask you a special teams question. Just what have you seen from your punters, especially the guys that you have back from last year?
Yeah, well, Charlie Scott did a good job today. He had probably his best day. He was injured some, didn't go through the offseason program, probably didn't get to train like he really wanted to train, but really showed promise today. And 99 continues to, have a great leg, and we just got to get him to be a little bit more consistent, and he really has done that. So those two guys, I think, have made significant improvement.
Okay, Coach, we're going to wrap you up with a follow-up from Tony Sakalas.
You've talked a lot about the offensive line and its struggles, but how much of it too is just this defense and the pass rush in general? And are you able to kind of see if they're special, if they what is their potential as a unit?
Well, look, Will Anderson can rush. Chris Allen can rush. We've probably got more guys that can rush, that have more maturity. We got a couple of the young guys that can rush. So they're getting challenged, which I think is good. We always say, when you get to practice against really good guys, that really helps your development, helps you self-assess, helps you know what you need to improve on. And, I think if we got everybody back in the offensive line and we got everybody healthy, I think we would have a pretty good group. But, with the guys that are out, being out and moving guys around, I think that really I wish it wasn't that way, but we have to manage the situation and the circumstance that we're in. And the experience that these guys are getting at multiple positions will benefit them in the long run, because we'll go into next year with more guys being able to play more spots.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time, guys. That's all we got.